Babyface McGee back with another video or live stream. Yeah, yeah. I saw last night. I did. Pelicans lose to the OKC Thunder 94-92 in game 1 of the Western Conference first round. Okay. For anybody that's expecting me to come on and yell, complain, crucify, bash, whatever, it's not going to happen here. I'll go ahead and say good game to the Thunder, good game to Duke Bothers. What's up, Caleb? How you doing? That's an interesting take, Caleb. I'm not going to disagree with you there, but I'm going to go ahead and get some words out before I get into that. Overall, good game, okay? I'm not going to go ahead and bash anybody. I understand the circumstances. I understand that Brandon Ingram was 5 of 17, 12 points, literally was in jail the entire game. The man could not do anything against Dort of the Thunder. Couldn't do anything. Nothing. So, that doesn't help. CJ McCollum, 20 points, 9 of 22 from the field. CJ was okay. I'm not going to bash him and say he was terrible. That final possession, whatever the play call was, with 14 seconds left, where the ball literally never left his hand, and there was absolutely no type of movement to potentially get a shot in the paint or a layup or whatever. It was just all CJ McCollum bouncing the ball behind the three-point line, almost losing it, and then just chucking up a random three that almost went in. To me, kind of fits the narrative of the Pelicans in relation to closing out games. And this was one of the reasons why. And I'm not going to come on here and bash Willie Green, okay? I'm okay with him being the coach of this team going forward, at least for next year. I'm okay with it. But whenever I was bashing him and saying fire Willie Green, this was definitely one of the reasons why I felt like Willie Green was not as adequate as a coach because of his game time management late in games. What exactly was that play supposed to be? It's like, as a Pelicans fan who has seen this all year long, and especially for a team that literally has not won a game while entering the fourth quarter trailing, I mean, something's got to give at some point. You got to point the finger somewhere. I mean, you can't win one game when you're trailing going into the fourth quarter. That's a pattern, and there's a reason why that's a pattern. And even with us trailing going into the fourth quarter last night, the Pelicans probably should have won that game. I don't know what that play was on the final possession with 14 seconds left. Like I said, it was literally just CJ running around the three-point line, losing the ball, regaining possession, and then chucking up a desperate three-pointer. I mean, that's kind of what, as a Pelicans fan, that's kind of what I expected. You know, and it's sad to say that. It's sad to say that I had no faith in whatever play they were going to do in crunch time on the final possession of the game. It's sad to say that I had no faith that that play was going to work. It's kind of like, it's exactly what I expected. Exactly what happened on the final possession of the game was exactly what I expected. Because I've seen it over and over all year long. And especially with us being down 2. You don't need a 3. All you need is 2 points. The fact that we didn't even explore that option during those 14 seconds. It's like we were just fixated on shooting a contested three that just wasn't there. So it's disappointing. It's heartbreaking. It's deflating because I mean you had a 90 to 88 lead for like 2 straight minutes before they tied the game at 90. If you guys don't remember in the final 3 minutes, it's like both teams were just turning the ball over back and forth, going out of bounds on each other or whatnot, and it just seemed like, dude, like, is somebody gonna freaking score? And the Pelicans had chances to really take control in the final 3 minutes, and they just didn't do it. And to me, that's what separates great teams from good teams. The Pelicans are a good team, but they're not a great team. And it's been proven over and over, time after time again, this whole year that they just cannot close out games. So their only shot of winning is by getting a big lead and hoping to hold on to it. And that's even a struggle for them. So I like the effort. I thought we played hard, but I just feel like the offensive production just wasn't there. We couldn't make shots. OKC was making it really hard on us all night long. Appreciate it, Hudad. Appreciate that. What's up, Brandon? Uh, Caleb, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, Trey had 5 threes all night long, dude. I don't understand why they didn't give him a shot. Literally, give him a shot. If somebody's going to shoot a contested three, let it be him. Um, my takeaways, number one, obviously, we still can't close games out. And, I mean, you can point the finger wherever you want. I still think that's a coaching issue. I'm not calling for Willie Green's job anymore. I'm not about to be that guy. I said if we lost to the Kings, I would call for his job. We beat the Kings, so I'm okay with him right now, considering the circumstances. But this team still can't close games. This team couldn't close games even when Zion Williamson was on the court. Like, it's not something that all of a sudden came out of the woodwork. Like, this team has struggled to close games all year long. So that's one takeaway. We still can't close games. Number two, the pressure literally got to us, and I could sense it. Even I could sense it. The way that they were handling the ball, it just seemed like they were so anxious. It just seemed like they were just panicky. It just felt like they were not cool, calm, or collected. They were rushing possessions. I mean, losing handles of the ball. So I really felt like the pressure of being in a playoff environment, such as Oklahoma City, and being the eighth seed, I feel like it got the best of the Pelicans. I did. And even some of our most reliable players could not overcome that. Um, and number three, this series is definitely going to, in my opinion, say a lot about who's going to be a part of this team next year, okay? So far, a lot of us have been calling out for Jonas to get traded or released or whatever. Listen, I was impressed with Jonas's effort last night. 17 boards, man. 17 boards. Might have been more by the end of the game, but the last time I checked, it was 17. I could be wrong, though. But the man was an absolute machine, getting rebounds, doing what he had to do. Jonas was literally the interior. He was doing what he had to do. He was doing his job. He played like the center we needed him to play like. So if you're basing, so if I'm sitting here saying that you're going to base who's going to be here by how the series goes and how people play, so far Jonas to me is he needs to still be here. He's earned his spot on this team. You look at guys like Bi and CJ McCollum, and although McCollum had 20 points, didn't have a bad game. You saw what happened whenever it mattered most. Brandon Ingram couldn't get out of jail for to save his life. I mean, shooting 5 of 17, and those mid-range shots that he usually shoots are just not going down. Ever since his injury, I mean, those shots are just not going down. Um, so I mean, hey, you can take this series for what it is, but I'm taking it as whoever does not perform, in my opinion, you need to explore potentially letting these guys go. And to me, Trey Murphy the third played excellent. I thought, his 21 points. I mean, what more could you have asked for him or asked from him? I thought he was excellent. So JV did have 20 rebounds. Okay, see, Jonas did what he had to do. And Oklahoma City, from what I've seen, is a long team, dude. Like they're a long team. That's a tall. I mean, that's got a lot of tall players on that team. So I was worried about that, and it showed last night the way they were making it very difficult for us to make shots, and they were all over us. I mean, all over us. We couldn't do anything on them. So for Jonas to get 20 boards and be able to make the impact that he made was impressive. And I'm sorry, but I think if you're basing everything on this game alone, I think Jonas has deserved a spot on this team. CJ and especially Brandon Ingram. I mean, I don't know where you guys just. I mean, combined 32 points is not going to get it done with no Zion Williams. So I mean, you can take what you want from that. Especially Brandon Ingram, dude. I mean, 12 freaking points, man. Are you serious? 12 points? I mean, that just can't happen, dude. So I don't know if we're gonna get another opportunity like this to play in a defensive game where Oklahoma City is shooting as bad as they are. I don't know if I can really put all the blame on Oklahoma City for just not shooting well enough, or do I give the Pelicans credit for playing good defense? Because they played good defense all night long. It's just how much of that had to do with Oklahoma City just not shooting well. Like I said, I don't anticipate that they're going to have a low shooting percentage like they did tonight, but the Pelicans might. I mean, what were the Pelicans like 37% shooting the ball? 30 something, whatever. It was 30 something for sure. I mean, I can see that happening to the Pelicans again in this series. They can. I don't think their offense is secure. I don't think they have automatic shot makers. I mean, who can you trust on this team to make shots for you? It's like you got CJ who hogs the ball, and in the most critical times of the game, he bricks. You got Brandon who's just always looking for that freaking let me turn my body around and do the mid range jumper over somebody's arms, and it's just like, bro, like that hasn't been working either, dude. Like something's got to give, man. And to me, what I think needs to happen is you need to kind of work around Jonas because it seems like Jonas is having the most success, and I think that you got to let him cook. You got to play him. I definitely think you got to. I mean, you can't limit his minutes to put Larry Nance in the way they did the way that they did last night. You got to play Jonas, man. You got to play Jonas, and I'm thinking like maybe late 30s, early 40s, man, to have a shot. That's where I'm at, and I don't even know if Jonas is capable of doing that. Can he play 40 minutes? I don't know, but yeah, Herb, he hit a few threes, but yeah, he wasn't the brightest star in the sky. He played well defensively, but it's just, I mean, it's one of those things. Who do you trust? I thought Herb lately, as of lately, had been playing good basketball and hitting threes, and then last night happens, and you know, yeah. But am I upset? Am I pissed off? No, I'm not upset. I'm not pissed off. I thought it was a good effort. It made me feel like we're going to have a shot in every game that we play against these guys. It's just a matter of closing out games. And I don't know if the Pelicans are capable of doing that. That's something that they gotta prove to us that they can do. Close out games. It's not the fact. It's not whether or not they can stay in games, because obviously it's shown that we can stay in games. I mean, we should have won last night, but down 0-1, back up again on Wednesday, and we'll see how it shakes out. So those are my thoughts. Positives to take from it. At least we didn't blow a double-digit lead. Because if had we blown like a monumental double digit lead, yeah, I would have been chewing somebody out. But at least we can just say, we lost a back and forth game, came on the wrong end of it, and that's the way it was. So I do anticipate that the Pelicans at some point will get a double digit lead, and if they do, please do not get your hopes up. Telling you guys, do not get your hopes up if they end up getting a double digit lead in one of these games and it looks like they're going to run away with it. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to be holding my breath the whole time. So, yeah, man, that's the plan, dude. I want my I see a little bit of darkness, but I want that definition to start kind of filling in because I still feel a little bit like a naked cat. But patience, patience. But with that, guys, I'll leave it at that. And I guess I'll see you guys after game 2 on Wednesday. I may even go live for it. I don't know. It depends where I'm at. Depends where I'm at. I might go watch the game somewhere. But on the game 2, guys. Let's see if we can steal one in Oklahoma City, I guess. All right, guys. Y'all take it easy, and I'm out.